Hello, vlog time. You're going to be getting a lot of these. As you might hear in the background, there's some noise of printing going on. That's because I am printing my airport shuttle transfer form. Airport shuttle transfer form. Yeah, that's right, guys. I'm taking a trip. I know it sounds almost amazing in these COVID times. It's never been worse in Glasgow than it is now. It's probably as bad as it was at the beginning, almost anyway. Um, I'm obviously not working. As I said, we got shut down, just the bars and restaurants that have licenses, for 2 weeks. And, well, I've been planning to take a trip with a friend. I was hoping to do that in November. And this friend of mine decided that it probably didn't make any sense to wait that long till November because God knows what's going to happen by then. And we had decided we wanted to go to Madeira. Now, if you don't know where Madeira is, I really didn't know until about 2 months ago myself. It is an island off the coast of Africa in the middle of nowhere in the ocean, and it is Portuguese territory. Now, as you maybe know, I've gone to Portugal the last couple of years and I have loved it. So the idea of going there sounded very, very good. Now, unfortunately, you can't go to mainland Portugal at the moment because you have to quarantine 14 days when you return, when you come back to Britain. But Madeira has virtually fuck all COVID. So you don't have to self-isolate for 14 days, which makes it a very sexy destination. So I looked for flights and they were really cheap. They were £65 return from Glasgow, which is almost unbelievable. And then, so I talked to my friend, double-checked with work there would be no issue for me to go away. It was going to be for 1 week. A few things happened. Went back with flights and they had doubled. In the amount of time that happened as well, my friend who I'd been speaking about going with wasn't too sure that she really wanted to get on a plane and go somewhere yet, which is fair enough. I mean, everybody's got their different comfort zones. I personally don't think planes are a big deal. There's been no real evidence that it spreads on planes in any major way or anything like that, and there's all kinds of safety measures and masking and lots of things that are being looked into. So I decided, fuck it, I'll go on my own. And I looked into everything. You have to register online with the Madeira government for a Madeira Safe thing. Tell them what plane you're at, where you're staying, how many days, where you're arriving, what seat number on the plane. You have to get a COVID test 72 hours before departure. So I had to go and get a COVID test again, which was negative, of course, because I don't have COVID. But I had to get that done. And I've had to submit that online, which still hasn't been validated. Don't know why. I mean, I could only submit it yesterday. I couldn't submit it like 3 months in advance because it wouldn't have been valid back that early. So it's a bit strange. But I managed to find a really cheap hotel as well. And it's probably a cheap hotel. But what do I do in hotels? I sleep and I shower. And that's pretty much it. Half the time I don't sleep very well anyway because there's always some sort of issue. But still, I have sleeping tablets for times like those. Anyway, so tomorrow morning I am off to Madeira. And here in Glasgow, it is 11 degrees right now. It's sunny though, it's dry, it's not too bad. There it is 23. So for my Yankee friends, it's 52 here, it's 73 there. So you can get a pint there. You can go into a restaurant and have a meal and have a pint. And I believe they play music in bars and things, which doesn't happen in Glasgow. There's no music in our bars or restaurants because they're afraid people get really loud and boisterous and shout and spread COVID, which they're probably not wrong, but I think we're one of the only places in the world where there's no music. So we got no music, no way we can go out and get a beer right now. Can't go into a restaurant after 6 o'clock in Glasgow. And the place is chock full of fucking virus. So I could go and sit out on the beach and get drunk and listen to music and go out for meals anytime. It's kind of a no-brainer, isn't it? I'm getting out of town. Only bad thing was I left it a bit late to book the flight because I was hoping the flight would drop, being the gambler that I am. And unfortunately, when I went, I thought, okay, I think I better just book this flight. Don't think it's going to get much cheaper, and it's only a couple of days beforehand. The return flight booked full. So I'm having to fly to Newcastle on the way back, which is actually a lot cheaper than it was to fly back to Glasgow, and have to get a train to Edinburgh and then a night bus back to Glasgow. It's actually still turning out to be cheaper than what it would have cost to fly back to Glasgow, but it's not about the price. This is actually going to be pretty inconvenient. And of course, if anything goes wrong or there's any delays, I'm sure it's going to cost me money and take even more time. But let's just stay positive, right? But not positive like COVID positive, just like positive energy, you know, positive mindset. So I'm pretty excited because I have not been out of the country. I think I returned back from the States on the 2nd of March, or yeah, there's the 2nd of March. That's the last time I've been out of the country. And of course, everyone who knows me knows I like to get away. So I just started thinking about it. And I thought, I don't think I can wait another 6 months before I leave and go somewhere. And the way things are going and the way things are spreading, things could just get locked down even more. You know, maybe next week we're not going to be able to travel anywhere. Maybe next week we're going to have to sit in our house and look at our hands for 20 years. I really don't know what Simon's going to say next and make us do. So I'm getting the hell out of Dodge in the meantime. So saying that, you'll be seeing a lot of vlogs, I think, because I'm going to be on my own, and I'm sure, you know, talking to a camera is always lots of fun, and probably it's going to be pretty beautiful and amazing, and I want you all to just suck it, yeah? So, in the meantime, stay the fuck away from me, because I definitely don't want to get COVID before I arrive. Wash your hands, don't touch anything, and don't touch me, and mask up, and yeah, stay the fuck away from me, especially if I'm on the beach having a good time with a cocktail.